Three, two, one. Happy New Year! Well, haven't seen y'all since last year. I'm 30. Anyways, it's that time of year again. The year's beginning. Your feed is now flooding with New Year, New Me posts on Insta. And we all know how that goes. So let's go through the 3 stages of what happens after New Year's. And I bet my left ball sack, you're already on stage 1. But before we actually go into stage 1, we have those weird and awkward jokes that everybody says. Because every year I always have friends and family who keep making the same stupid joke over and over each year. And I'm pretty sure you know it because I said it at the start of the video. But it's the one that goes, I haven't seen you since last year. This joke is so overused and unfunny that it literally makes me want to blow up. But now let's actually go into stage 1. And it's where you make stupid goals that you're never going to follow. You know, you buy a book you're going to read. You join a gym. You tell yourself this is the year you'll stop beating your meat. Or you get a job, a job. Or you try and get 9 hours of sleep. Yet you're still at 3 a.m. doom scrolling on TikTok. But it's fine. You're motivated. You know, you're inspired for exactly 14 days. Because as someone who's an active gym goer, you know, who's very muscular and jacked, I can guarantee you I've seen so many people come in on January 2nd and say they're locked in. And after 3 days, you will literally never see them ever again in your life. Stage 2. We all know it. Stage 2. Nostalgia. Every app and every Insta story you see be hitting you with the recap of how good or bad their year was. Then you remember all the memes we got this year and you know how massive this year was. But you finally look at all the ups and downs and realize half the downs were you just overthinking a text a girl gave you, and the ups, well, I actually don't think there were any ups. Plus, I can guarantee you, most of us this year were just doom scrolling on TikTok and rotting our brains. Now the final stage. Stage 3. This is where things get a bit weird, because at the start of every year, something weird happens where people on TikTok start making predictions for the future about how aliens are going to come and stick things up our asses somewhere later on in the year. Also, when people start changing from gangsters and hoodlums to quarter zip warriors drinking matcha and actually going to class, it's a bit weird, no? But let me continue where I left off about goals you made yourself, because by January 15th, you're already going back to your old ways. Now you stop reading that book you got. You stop going to the gym. And little Timmy over here still beats his meat. But if I'm being for real, like being so for real, it's probably alright. You know, maybe we just don't need to become a whole new person every year. Maybe what you really need to do is start doing hard marijuana. Okay. Did something happen with my Wi-Fi? Also, I want to point out that if you just dye your hair, get a new haircut, or get a new piercing, you're not really a new person. All you did was spend your money, but you're still left depressed in your room. Well, that's the end of the video. It might have been short, but it got my point across. And if you felt like even a little bit called out, maybe hit the sub button. I don't know. Let's try and make 2026 a little funnier.